Welcome to lesson 7.4 on parentheses and number sentences. Our objective is how do we use the order of operations? And with that, meaning parentheses always comes first when we are doing order of operations. The letters PEMDA mean please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, meaning we start with parentheses always first. Let's get started. So it says, make a true sentence by filling in the missing number. So again, we do parentheses first. So 2 plus 1 is 3, right? So we have 7 minus 3, which would equal 4. Again, parentheses first and B. 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. I'd like you to try the other two, C and D, and bring those in. It says complete the problems 1 and 2 at the top. And I would like you to try number 2 also. All right. It says insert parentheses to rewrite the following problem in as many different true sentences as possible. Meaning, what other answers can you get? If you put the parentheses in different places, what other possibilities are there? Try to get a couple, 2, 3. That would be great. Okay, let's keep moving. Parentheses and number sentences. It says press start to begin. This is a game using parentheses. Now, parentheses is important because your whole problem can be wrong if you don't do them in the correct order. So let's try one together and see how we do with these. So I have 5 plus 8 times 7. Well, I know 5 plus 8 is 13, and if I multiply that by 7, I know that that would be 91. Okay, so let's try another one. 8 plus 6 is 14 times 2 is 28, or sorry, 14 times 2 is 28. Where's my 2? There we go, 2, 8. All right, let's try another one. 3 times 10 is 30, plus 4 is 34. Okay, we'll do one more together. 10 plus 5 is 50. I'm sorry, 15, 50. 15 times 10 would be 150. Hopefully you're following that with me, right? Perfect. And we'll do one more. 8 divided by 8 is 1, plus 3 is 4. All right, let's go on to our next part of parentheses. It says deciphering parentheses in number sentences. Okay, we have our little guy here to help us with the parentheses. So what I want to do right now is I want to pull this over and show you a couple of things. It says write T if it is true, if it is false, or question mark if you can't tell. Okay, so if I do 6 times 5, that's 30, divided by 3, that would be 10, right? Or 15, it says 30 equals 1 plus 4 times 6. So I have to do parentheses first. So 4 times 6 is 24 plus 1 is 25. So that would be false. On the first one, I don't know if it's true or false because I'm not sure what they're asking us for. Okay. Try number 15. Try 17. Do 14, 16, 18, and 17, okay? We'll work on more of them in class as well. So let's try this one now. It says, let's move one back first. How about, and then we'll move one forward. Okay, here, let's move this one back where it goes. If we can get it to move back, that is, huh? These are kind of tricky sometimes. Come on, move. There, we'll just do it like that for right now. Now let's look at this one. It says insert parentheses to make each number sentence true. So I have 3 times 6 plus 4. Well, I know 6 plus 4 is 10, so I'm going to want to put 6 plus 4 in parentheses and then multiply it by 3. If I did 3 times 6 in parentheses, I would get 18 plus 4, which would be 22. So please do 8, 9, and 10 for homework. Okay, let's move on. I want to explain the game we're going to be playing in class today. And it says name that number. So the object of the game is to collect the most cards. You're going to use everything or a math deck of cards and paper. You're going to have 2 or 3 players. And here's how it works. One player shuffles the cards and deals 5 cards to each player. The dealer places the remaining cards number side down on the playing surface, turns over the top card, and places it beside the deck. This is your target number for the round for everyone. Players try to match the target number by adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing the numbers on as many of their cards as possible. A card may only be used once. Players write their solutions on a sheet of paper. When players have written their best solutions, they take turns doing the following. Set aside the cards they have used to name the target number. Replace them by drawing new cards from the top of the deck. Put the old target number on the bottom of the deck. Turn over a new target number and play another hand. So for instance, it says play continues until there are not enough cards left to replace all the players' cards. The player who sets aside more cards wins the game. Now, here's what I mean. For instance, if my target number were 16 and the cards I had in my hand were 7, 5, 8, 2, and 10, here are some possible solutions. I could do 10 plus 8 minus 2. I know 10 plus 8 is 18, minus 2 would give me 16. I used 3 cards. I would take those 3 cards out of my hand. Those are cards I keep, and I would replace them from the deck with 3 new ones. Now, if I was really good and I got 7 times 2, which is 14, plus 10 is 24, minus 8, and I get 16. Again, I get to keep 7, 2, 10, and 8. All right, and I keep those in my pile because that's the cards I collect, and I replace them with 4 new cards. And finally, if I'm really good and I see this, then I can do 8 divided by 2, which is 4. 4 plus 10 is 14. And 14 plus 7 is 21, and then minus 5 is 16. That means I get to keep all 5 of those cards, and I replace all of them. So sometimes you're going to see things that are really easy, and maybe you only get 2 cards or 3 cards. Maybe you're able to see like a number all using all 5 of your cards. So you all get 5 cards to start with. You're shuffling them up. Everybody gets 5. You flip over the top card as your target number. Okay, each person tries to get to that target number using as many of their cards as they can. They keep the cards they've used, and then they replace the ones they've used from the deck, because remember, you're keeping those because those are your cards for your points. We'll review this again in class, but hopefully it makes some sense. Let's go back to our objective and see how we did. So it says parentheses and number sentences. How do we use the order of operations? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay. It says make a true sentence by filling in the missing number. Now I did these with you. I did the first 2. Please finish C, D, and then number 2 for homework. Okay, and this is journal page 219. We did a little review with the game. Okay, and then I went on to this page and I asked you to complete 8, 9, and 10 here. And then I also asked you, let's put this back here. I also asked you to complete, and I'm going to go back here, oops, complete these problems right here, which we did number 1, or I'm sorry, we did number 12, or 13, and 15. So you need to do 17, 14, 16, and 18 as your homework. True or false, or a question mark if you can't tell. And on the first one I said, I know it's 30 divided by 3, which is 10, but it doesn't tell me if I'm looking for something greater, less than, equal to. So I would just put a question mark on the line. And then I did 15 with you, which was 4 times 6 is 24, plus 1 is 25, and that is not equal to 30, so that would be false. Great job of listening. We'll talk about the game a little more, give you a chance to play that, and we'll go from there. Have a great evening.